Jay-Z and Beyoncé just got caught right in the middle of the Diddy chaos, and things are heating up fast. For months, fans have been whispering, wondering if two of Diddy's closest and most powerful friends, Jay-Z and Beyoncé, would get pulled into this mess too. Now, as Diddy's empire crumbles in front of everyone's eyes, rumors have been flying wild about which celebs might be next to face the storm. And then came December 8th, 2024, boom! A federal lawsuit out of the Southern District of New York dropped a bombshell, accusing both Jay-Z and Diddy of being involved in a deeply disturbing incident connected to a 13-year-old girl. These are only allegations for now, and nothing's been proven. But still, this hit Jay-Z's image hard. The man who built an empire from nothing, alongside the ever-glamorous Beyoncé, suddenly has his name tied to something that could shake their entire legacy. For years, they've stood tall as the ultimate power couple in the industry. But could this be the moment their reign starts to crumble? That's exactly why we're diving deep into Jay-Z and Beyoncé's complicated world. Because their marriage isn't as picture-perfect as it looks. It's time to pull back the curtain and peek at the skeletons they've been hiding for years. What's the real story behind how Jay and Bey met? What about that messy scandal that nearly tore them apart? And how deep does Jay-Z's connection with Diddy really go? We've gathered some of the most jaw-dropping and shady rumors ever linked to this couple. From secret love triangles to wild claims about high-stakes betrayals. But which of these tales are just internet conspiracies? And which ones might actually have some truth to them? And now, with this explosive civil suit putting Jay-Z's name next to an alleged assault case, people can't help but ask, could this be the scandal that finally cracks their multi-billion-dollar empire? When you break it down, Jay-Z and Beyoncé came from two completely different worlds. Sean Jay-Z Carter grew up in Brooklyn's tough Marcy projects, raised by his single mom and surrounded by the chaos of the crack era. During his sophomore year of high school, he made a life-changing decision. He dropped out and started hustling in the streets just to survive. Even though music was always his passion, success didn't come easy. For years, every major label turned him down, slamming doors in his face. But Jay wasn't the type to quit. He used the money he made from hustling to launch his own label, Rockefeller Records, in 1994. That move didn't just change his life, it changed hip-hop forever. It wasn't until 1996 that Jay-Z finally dropped his first album, Reasonable Doubt, and it was a game changer. By then, he was 26, a late start compared to his peers like Nas and the notorious B.I.G., who were barely 20 when they released their first records. But Jay didn't care about timing. He was all about proving himself, and he did it with style. Meanwhile, 1,600 miles away in Houston, Texas, a young Beyoncé Knowles was already making waves. From the time she was just 8 years old, people could see she was born for the spotlight. At 12, she hit the stage on Star Search, one of the biggest talent shows on TV back then. And even though she didn't win, that spark was undeniable. Her father, Matthew Knowles, saw something special too. Even though he had zero experience in music, he quit his steady job at Xerox to manage his daughter full-time. It was a massive risk, but it paid off in gold. By 18, Beyoncé had a Grammy-nominated multi-platinum album with Destiny's Child, and the group was taking over the charts. But here's where things get complicated. How does a teenage pop superstar end up falling for a rapper who came from the streets and was 12 years older than her? That's the part of their story that still raises eyebrows. And trust, the details behind how that relationship began aren't as simple as people think. Jay-Z and Beyoncé have always been a little too mysterious about when their relationship really began, and the details just don't line up. In a 2007 interview, Jay said he'd known Beyoncé since the early days of her recording career. He even mentioned that the first time they met was nearly a decade before that, when she was in the studio working on No, No, No with Wyclef Jean. But here's where things get uncomfortable. Beyoncé was only 16 when she recorded that song, while Jay would have been around 28. Jay made sure to clarify that they weren't dating back then, but fans couldn't help noticing how carefully he worded it. And to make things more confusing, Beyoncé's version of events doesn't exactly match up either. In one interview with 17 magazine, she said she didn't even meet Jay until she was 18, and that they didn't start dating until she turned 19. But other reports paint a different picture. Some claim the two were already seeing each other when she was just 17. Those shifting timelines have people talking. Many fans believe Jay and Bey might be trying to blur the truth about when things really started, especially since Jay was much older when their connection began. It's a touchy topic that's never been fully cleared up. And every time they dodge the question, the internet just gets louder. Back in 2006, Jay-Z dropped a verse on Pharrell's track, Young Girl, and fans couldn't help but notice. It sounded a lot like he was talking about his relationship with Beyoncé. The lyrics went, "I introduce myself, hi Miss Thing, you're 19, no. You're lightning in a bottle, I'll give you a ring tomorrow." That line hit hard, because it seemed way too specific to be a coincidence. If you read between the lines, it almost feels like Jay was confirming Beyoncé's claim that they started dating when she was 19 and he was 31. But even while trying to keep their relationship under wraps, the couple couldn't stay out of controversy for long. Jay-Z especially had already built a reputation for getting caught in the middle of drama. Flashback to December 2nd, 1999, the same year Jay and Beyoncé were rumored to have officially started dating, and things got wild at a party in the Kit Kat Club in Times Square. Jay-Z reportedly confronted record executive Lance Rivera, accusing him of leaking his upcoming album, Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. What happened next shocked everyone. Reports say Jay allegedly stabbed Rivera during the argument, hitting him in the stomach and shoulder. Jay was arrested that same night and released on $50,000 bail, facing up to 15 years behind bars. For a rising star at the top of his game, that could have been the end of everything. But somehow, Jay walked away from it all and came back stronger than ever. After the stabbing scandal, Jay-Z tried to tell his side of the story through his music. He dropped the track Guilty Until Proven Innocent with R. Kelly, using his lyrics to push back against the accusations and claim his innocence. But that bold talk didn't last forever. By October 2001, Jay ended up pleading guilty to third-degree assault and got slapped with 3 years of probation. For someone who built his image on being untouchable, that was a serious reality check. Years later, in 2017, Jay revisited the whole incident on his introspective track, Kill Jay-Z, reflecting on his mistakes and the chaos that came with fame. But just when people thought the story was buried for good, a new twist dropped out of nowhere. In 2023, nearly 25 years after that infamous night at the Kit Kat Club, Lance Rivera sat down for an interview with DJ Vlad and flipped the script completely. He claimed that Jay-Z wasn't actually the one who stabbed him, and even said it wasn't in Jay's nature to do something like that. He laughed off the old accusation as if it had all been blown out of proportion. But hold up. If that's true, why wait over 2 decades to say it? The timing raised eyebrows fast. Philly rapper Charlie Baltimore, who was close to Biggie, even called Un out for constantly switching up his story. With all these contradictions, it's hard to tell what really went down that night. But one thing's for sure, the mystery hasn't faded one bit. At net, Charlie Baltimore swears she was right there at the Kit Kat Club that night. She says she saw Un just moments after he got stabbed. But while that chaos played out years earlier, Jay-Z's life took a sharp turn after all the drama. By 2008, Jay and Beyoncé finally tied the knot in a super private wedding ceremony, hidden away from cameras and headlines. It was classic Jay and Bey, exclusive, mysterious, and totally on their own terms. For years, the couple kept their personal lives locked up tight, protecting their image as music's royal pair. But then came that elevator incident. In May 2014, TMZ dropped footage that blew up the internet. Beyoncé's sister Solange was caught on camera swinging at Jay-Z in an elevator, while Queen Bey just stood there watching. The clip went viral instantly, and rumors spread like wildfire. People online were convinced Solange was furious over Jay-Z allegedly cheating on Beyoncé, with whispers pointing toward fashion designer Rachel Roy as the woman at the center of it all. The internet exploded with theories, and the Becky with the good hairline from Beyoncé's later music didn't help calm things down. The family tried to put out the flames with a rare joint statement saying, "At the end of the day, families have problems, and we're no different, except for the fact that our elevator was worth over $1 billion." It was a clever way to ease the tension, but the world already knew something big had gone down. Then, in 2016, Beyoncé dropped Lemonade, an emotional masterpiece that openly confronted infidelity and heartbreak. The next year, Jay fired back with his own confession on 444, admitting he'd been unfaithful and vowing to make things right. By 2018, they proved their bond was stronger than ever, teaming up for Everything Is Love and the On the Run 2 World Tour, pulling in a jaw-dropping $253 million. What a comeback. When you really think about it, Jay-Z and Beyoncé pulled off the ultimate power move. They flipped a messy cheating scandal into a multi-million-dollar empire. But behind all that success, there's still a long list of wild, unverified rumors tying the couple to some seriously shady behavior. Back in 2004, Jay-Z leveled up big time when he became the president and CEO of Def Jam Recordings. Just a year later, he crossed paths with a 17-year-old rising star from Barbados, none other than Robin Rihanna Fenty. Jay saw her potential instantly and signed her to a 6-album deal, working closely with her as she developed her debut project. But soon after, whispers started flying around that Jay-Z was allegedly getting a little too close to Rihanna, and those rumors spread like wildfire. For years, the gossip machine wouldn't let it die down. Headlines painted it as a secret love triangle between Jay, Beyoncé, and Rihanna, sparking endless debates online. But then, in 2024, nearly 2 decades later, the truth finally came out. Rihanna's former publicist, Jonathan Hay, dropped a bombshell confession that flipped the story upside down. Hay admitted that he was the one who started the rumors, completely made them up out of revenge. He claimed he was angry at Jay-Z for not giving Rihanna enough push from the label, so he decided to get even by spreading fake stories that she and Jay were romantically involved. He even called Jay a dirtbag and bragged that the gossip was a publicity tactic to boost Rihanna's first single, Pon de Replay. Hay later said proudly, "I put the story out that Jay-Z was in a love triangle with Rihanna and Beyoncé, and it caught fire." He admitted it drove radio airplay, media buzz, and major attention for Rihanna's breakout hit. Talk about chaos turning into career magic. Jonathan Hay later admitted, "I was in an unapologetic, by any means necessary state of mind." And that same kind of relentless energy seems to follow every rumor connected to Jay-Z and Beyoncé, because the drama just never stops. For years, Jay-Z has faced accusations of secretly fathering children outside his marriage. One of the loudest voices in that controversy is a man named Ramir Satterthwaite, who's claimed for over a decade that he's actually Jay-Z's biological son. According to Ramir, his mother Wanda allegedly had a relationship with Jay back in 1992 when she was 16 and he was 22. Wanda even tried to take Jay to court over the paternity claims, but in 2012, Jay's legal team managed to get the case dismissed, since Ramir was already over 18 at the time. Now, more than a decade later, the story has come roaring back. On November 25th, 2024, Ramir filed a brand new lawsuit, accusing Jay-Z's lawyers of violating both his and his mother's constitutional rights during the original case. It's a messy situation that's once again dragged Jay's name into the spotlight, and people can't stop talking about it. But that's not even the wildest rumor floating around about the Carters. Both Jay-Z and Beyoncé have long been accused of being part of the so-called Illuminati, a mysterious, powerful group that conspiracy theorists claim secretly runs the world. Some fans even believe that this supposed membership is what's helped the power couple maintain untouchable status in the industry, no matter what scandals surface. One of the darkest rumors tied to them dates back to 2011, when 28-year-old model Kathy Corey White tragically passed away from a reported brain aneurysm. Soon after, online whispers claimed Kathy had allegedly been romantically involved with Jay-Z. and that she died shortly after telling him she might be pregnant with his child. Still, no solid evidence has ever linked Jay-Z to Kathy or her untimely death. The story remains one of those shadowy internet conspiracies that refuses to die, feeding into the endless fascination and suspicion that surrounds Jay and Bey's empire. Another wild conspiracy that's been spreading like wildfire online ties Jay-Z to the late R&B icon Aaliyah. Aaliyah tragically lost her life on August 25, 2001, when her private plane crashed shortly after takeoff in the Bahamas. At the time, she was in a relationship with Dame Dash, Jay-Z's close friend and business partner, which instantly added a layer of mystery to the tragedy. Over the years, unverified theories have popped up claiming that Jay-Z and Beyoncé might have somehow benefited from Aaliyah's death. These conspiracies suggest that Aaliyah's massive success as a chart-topping multi-platinum artist completely overshadowed Beyoncé's career at the time, and that her passing cleared the way for Beyoncé to rise and eventually take the throne as the new Queen Bey. It's a dark, unsettling claim that fans still debate to this day. Some people even take it further, dragging the Illuminati into the mix. They claim Aaliyah's death was a ritual sacrifice meant to secure Beyoncé's future fame and influence, a theory that has no real proof but continues to spiral through online circles. Adding more fuel to the speculation, fans point to J. Cole's 2013 track, She Knows. On the surface, the song's about infidelity, but social media analysts swear there's a hidden message. They say the hook, She Knows, sounds eerily like Beyoncé's last name, Knowles. And it doesn't stop there. Cole name drops Aaliyah, Lisa Left Eye Lopes, and Michael Jackson, three legendary artists who died far too young. Some conspiracy theorists claim that by mentioning them, Cole was subtly hinting that Beyoncé might have deeper ties to those tragedies. Of course, none of this has ever been proven, but the internet loves a mystery, and this one refuses to die. There's still zero solid evidence linking Beyoncé to any of those tragic deaths, but that She Knows theory has exploded online, spreading like wildfire across social media. Yet, while the internet keeps spinning wild conspiracies, one connection in Jay-Z and Beyoncé's world is absolutely real. Their deep, decades-long bond with none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Jay-Z and Diddy go way back, to the 1990s, when both were carving out their legacies in New York's fierce hip-hop scene. On Jay's legendary debut album, Reasonable Doubt, he landed a major feature from one of Diddy's biggest artists, the Notorious B.I.G. The two traded bars on Brooklyn's Finest, a track that not only proved Jay could go toe-to-toe with Biggie, but also hinted that he was ready to claim his spot as one of New York's elite MCs. That collab wasn't just a song. It marked the beginning of a powerful alliance between Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records and Diddy's Bad Boy Records. Both camps were rising fast, setting the tone for a new era in East Coast hip-hop. The chemistry between Jay and Diddy turned into a real friendship that fans could see play out in public. Their bond only grew stronger. Jay-Z showed up on Diddy's Grammy-winning debut album, No Way Out, in 1997, and Diddy returned the favor later on Jay's I Know What Girls Like. Their collaborations weren't just business, they were a statement of dominance in the rap world. By 2003, that connection extended to Beyoncé herself, when both Jay and Diddy worked with her on her breakout solo project, Dangerously in Love. That album launched Beyoncé into superstardom and locked the three of them together as one of the most powerful music triangles in the industry. In 2005, Jay-Z and Diddy showed the world that their bond went beyond music. They came together live on air during a Hurricane Katrina relief telethon and donated a jaw-dropping $1 million. Over the years, the two moguls were seen everywhere together, industry events, awards shows, and especially Diddy's legendary all-white parties and wild birthday bashes. Wherever there was luxury, lights, and champagne, Jay and Diddy weren't far behind. But in 2007, fans got a surprise glimpse at just how close these two really were. During a performance at Screamfest, cameras caught Diddy playfully slapping Jay-Z on his backside in front of the crowd. The clip went viral, showing that their friendship wasn't just professional, they were totally comfortable around each other. That same year, Diddy played a big role in producing Jay's American Gangster album, proving their creative chemistry ran deep. By 2010, both Jay-Z and Diddy had climbed to the top of the Forbes list as two of the highest-paid rap moguls in history. What started in the studio had turned into full-blown business empires. Fashion brands, liquor companies, record labels, sports management, and luxury investments. They weren't just rappers anymore. They were power players, dominating every lane they stepped into. The mutual respect was impossible to miss. When Jay-Z performed at Diddy's Bad Boy reunion tour in 2016, Diddy hyped him up on stage, calling Jay his strategist and brother. The admiration continued in 2020, when Jay's company Rock Nation hosted an exclusive Black billionaires brunch in Los Angeles. Both men toasted to Black excellence and decades of friendship. Even when Diddy received a Lifetime Achievement Award from BET in 2022, Jay made sure to send in a heartfelt message honoring his longtime friend and collaborator. For over 25 years, the two stood side by side, celebrating wins, building wealth, and shaping hip-hop history together. But then, everything changed. In November 2023, Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a bombshell lawsuit accusing him of disturbing misconduct. And for the first time ever, Jay-Z said nothing. After decades of friendship, parties, and public support, his silence spoke volumes. Cassie Ventura's explosive 2023 lawsuit against Diddy sent shockwaves through the entire entertainment world. The suit accused Diddy of repeatedly abusing and assaulting her over the course of years, painting a horrifying picture of control and violence behind the scenes. Fans were quick to point out something chilling. Jay-Z and Beyoncé had often been seen partying with both Diddy and Cassie during that same period. Suddenly, everyone was asking the same question. What did Jay and Bey really know? Things got even darker in 2024 when Diddy's situation escalated to an entirely new level. He was arrested and hit with a federal indictment loaded with serious charges: kidnapping, sex trafficking, forced labor, racketeering, arson, and bribery, all allegedly tied to a massive criminal operation. The shocking details made headlines everywhere, but through it all, Jay-Z and Beyoncé stayed completely silent. No statements, no posts, no denials, nothing. That silence started to raise eyebrows, especially since Jay and Diddy's friendship had spanned decades. People began to wonder, was Jay-Z just keeping his distance? Or was there something deeper connecting him to all this? The speculation grew louder until December 8, 2024, when everything exploded. Just 4 days after celebrating his 55th birthday, Jay-Z was named in a civil lawsuit accusing him and Diddy of assaulting a 13-year-old girl during an after-party for the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The claim was jaw-dropping and sent shockwaves through both the music industry and the internet overnight. The accusations were so intense that Jay-Z was forced to respond, something he almost never does. His company, Rock Nation, released a public statement that fans immediately recognized as being written in Jay's own voice, not by his legal team. In it, he blasted the lawsuit as idiotic and heinous, fiercely denying every claim made against him. Jay accused attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, of attempting to blackmail him for money and clout. For someone known for keeping quiet during controversy, Jay's sharp and emotional response said it all. This time, the situation had crossed a line even he couldn't ignore. In his fiery statement, Jay-Z didn't hold back. He vowed to expose attorney Tony Busby as a fraud in the most public way possible. The tension between the two escalated instantly. Busby hit back, denying Jay-Z's claims of blackmail and calling them stupid and laughable. But he wasn't done there. Busby fired off a bold response on Instagram, claiming that private investigators were digging into his law firm on behalf of powerful people. While he never directly named Jay-Z, Busby hinted that these investigators were allegedly contacting his current and former clients, offering them money to file lawsuits against his firm. He slammed the move as illegal and insisted he had recorded proof, saying the investigators had been caught on tape. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's high-profile attorney Alex Spiro took things to the courtroom. He filed official paperwork urging the judge to reveal the identity of Jay-Z's accuser, who still remains completely anonymous. The legal chess match between Busby and Team Jay-Z was officially underway, and and both sides were coming out swinging. Still, despite the weight of the allegations and the intense media frenzy, Jay-Z seemed determined to project calm confidence. Just one day after the lawsuit news broke, he made a surprise public appearance at the world premiere of Mufasa, The Lion King, a film featuring both Beyoncé and their daughter, Blue Ivy. Dressed to impress, Jay walked the red carpet like nothing had happened, smiling for the cameras alongside his family. It was a picture-perfect moment, at least on the surface, but not everyone was letting him slide so easily. Jay-Z's longtime rival, 50 Cent, wasted no time stirring the pot. Known for his ruthless sense of humor and ongoing beef with Diddy, 50 saw Jay's situation as fresh ammo, and he fired off a savage Instagram post that instantly went viral. He reposted a red carpet photo of Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Blue Ivy with the caption, "Jay said, 'It's that kid. Everybody get dressed. We going to see Mufasa.' LOL." The internet exploded with reactions, with fans both laughing and cringing at 50's brutal sense of timing. But 50 didn't stop there. He doubled down by suggesting that Jay-Z and Roc Nation might soon lose their lucrative NFL partnership because of the scandal. His posts were cold, cutting, and undeniably viral. Once again, 50 Cent proved that when it comes to public feuds, no one plays dirtier or louder than him. We've already covered how Jay-Z helped revamp the Super Bowl halftime show, turning it into one of the biggest cultural moments in the world. So, losing that deal with the NFL would be a massive hit to his billion-dollar empire. The rumors were flying so fast that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell had to step in himself. During a press conference, Goodell assured everyone that Roc Nation's partnership with the league wasn't going anywhere, calling Jay-Z a great partner and praising his vision for modernizing the NFL's entertainment side. But of course, 50 Cent wasn't about to let that slide without taking another shot. He jumped on Instagram the second Goodell's comments hit the internet and wrote, "This is good news. The NFL's gonna hold it down. Super Bowl's gonna be popping." It was classic 50, mocking, messy, and perfectly timed to keep the spotlight on Jay-Z's drama. Even with the NFL's public show of support, the lawsuit against Jay-Z has already dealt a major blow to his image. The whispers are getting louder, and every new headline puts more pressure on the empire that he and Beyoncé spent decades building. Jay says he's ready to fight the accusations in court, but if his name keeps popping up in more legal filings, especially with Diddy's trial right around the corner, things could spiral fast. So the question remains, could this be the beginning of the end for music's ultimate power couple? How many more buried secrets could still come to light? Because one thing's for sure, things are getting darker by the day, and this story is far from over. If you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. Is Jay-Z's empire about to crumble, or will he rise from this stronger than ever?